Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, October the 25th, 2022, the United States Mint is going to be having another drop, and this one is going to be for the fifth release and the last release of 2022 for the American Women Quarter Series Rose Bags Anna Mae Wong. Now, of course, the United States Mint, they're going to be selling them in the 100 coin bags Philadelphia, the 100 coin bags Denver, the 2 coin roll set Philadelphia and Denver, and that 3 roll set Philadelphia, Denver, and that San Francisco minted roll. Now, I did a video a couple of days ago about the fact that the United States Mint reduced my enrollments and reduced a lot of enrollments from 3 sets of the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, from 3 sets down to 2. Now, I received a lot of comments on that video saying not only were they reduced from 3 to 2, but a lot of people were actually reduced from 3 down to 1 set of the PDNS rolls. Now, I think this drop is going to be very interesting today, and I'm definitely going to be watching it at noon Eastern Standard Time. However, I am not going to be attempting to buy anything else from this drop today. I am only going to be a spectator, but I definitely want to see how fast the 3-row set for the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco sell. Is it going to be a 2-second sellout? Just like all the other releases went very quick, they went very fast in a split second. Is that going to be the same today? My guess is probably so. But if we go back through the prior releases of the American Women Quarters, and the thing for me that's a little frustrating is the fact not so much that these quarters are limited, that there's a household order limit. The frustrating thing for me is how it happens in the manner that it happens, and in my opinion, the lack of transparency from the United States Mint as to where the excess inventory that's being taken from enrollments or subscriptions that people had for many months, where are they going and why are they being reduced in the manner that they are 2 days, 3 days prior to the release of these quarters? Because we have seen this show many times, especially with the American Women Quarter Series in 2022. If we go back up to the very first release of the American Women Quarters, that was Maya Angelou. This one, if memory serves me correct, there was no limits and people were able to buy as many of the PD and S as they wanted. I do believe, I could be mistaken on that, but I believe that's the way it was. Maybe there was a limit of 10, but I know a lot of people bought many of the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco roll sets. Then when we came down to the Sally Ride, the United States Mint decided that they were going to cap the PD&S at 5, and I believe that was also very late notice, just a couple of days prior to the release of the Sally Ride quarters, that there was going to be a cap of 5. And then when we got down to the very next release, which was the Wilma Mankiller, the United States Mint did the exact same thing, although instead of capping it at 5, it was capped at 4, and we only had a couple of days notice on that as well. Now, while enrollments or subscriptions was being capped, and while people were receiving emails, or in this case, I'm not even sure people even received the email for the Wilma Mankiller, the inscriptions was just lowered from 5 to 4 at this point. And I remember doing a video saying, why, if you're going to cap the enrollments or the subscriptions, why not put a product limit on the enrollments? And then it was just a little while later that they actually did that, and the United States Mint did put a cap to 3 on the enrollments for the American Women Quarters. When we came down to the next release, we indeed did have a cap, 3 per household for the subscriptions, not for the overall release, but just for the subscriptions or the enrollments. We had a cap of 3, and it stayed at 3 For the Nina Ontario Warren, we had a cap of 3, and I believe that's what everybody who had enrollments or subscriptions for 3 absolutely received 3 of those. And then that stayed at 3. The subscriptions or the enrollments had a household order limit of 3 all the way from August, and it stayed that way through September, and it stayed that way through all of October until just a couple of days ago when the United States Mint sent out emails that the subscriptions was being reduced from 3 to 2. Now my question is, where did the entire inventory from all the PD&S sets that was taken away from everybody who had their enrollments or subscriptions set all year long, where did the excess enrollments go? Now, I did hear that the enrollments may have been opened and maybe some other people were able to get into the enrollments, and people who were not enrolled for the PD&S sets were able to get in, and that may be where a lot of them went. But is that where all of them went to? My question is there a lack of transparency from the United States Mint? The United States Mint is perfectly in the right. If they want to reduce enrollments, if they want to keep on changing household order limits for enrollments or subscriptions, if they want to take them away, if they want to bump them up and say you're able to enroll for more, or they're going to reduce the amount that you're able to enroll for, they're perfectly in that right. However, should the United States Mint have to come out and say, this is why we are doing it? Now, do they have to do that? Absolutely not. They can do whatever it is they want to do. However, do they owe us some explanation as to why it is they're doing what they're doing, rather than just saying that they believe that's the fair thing to do? Come out and say why you're doing it. Where did the other sets go to? That's my thoughts. Is that something that they have to do? No, probably not. Is it something that they should do? In my opinion, I think so. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on the video. Definitely give me your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. Do you think we need just a tiny bit more, or maybe a lot bit more transparency from the United States Mint when they decide to take away subscriptions or enrollments that you've had for the entire year without giving you detail as to where they are all going to? Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.